Hi, thanks for joining me. I'm really pleased you're here today. It's going to be a strange week for sure. Today it's nice and warm and it's sunny out. You can see the brightness behind me here. And tomorrow night we're expecting snow on Tuesday night and into Wednesday morning. Now, the weather people frequently get this wrong, and I'm hoping that's the case this time because the last I read was 15 to 20 centimeters of snow. Like that's, sorry folks, what the Father puts there, the Son can take away. I'm not doing it. It's over. Forget it, winter. You're beat. Well, I've got some really interesting stuff for you today, and I want to show you where we're at, what we've done, and how to get here. Now, this here is all done. I've got the bracing done here on the go bars. This is my go bar deck. By the way I made this was I got 2 pieces of 3/4 inch plywood, and it was, good one side plywood, and I doubled it up here. I then used some 1/2 inch rod and some nuts on the end of this on the other side, and I lowered it until I got to this point where I could force it in here. And to make sure that I've got there, what I've got here is just 2 pieces here that raise this up for me, bring it to the height that I need it. And I put it like that, and Bob's your uncle. Everything works just fine. Now, I will try to do another video to show you this because I do have some footage on this. What we've done here is I've cut out a circle and I put it on here after I did this. This is the inlay here that I've got here, the shell inlay. And it actually worked extremely well. I'm really pleased with this. The top looks good. I can feel the radius already. Everything I do on the back, I have a radius on it because that's what I was taught to do. And then I put in a patch here. That's what this is. This is not Brazilian, this is East Indian rosewood. And that's in here to support where the bridge will go here. So when the pins go through it, they're actually reinforced in here. So it's held by 2 pieces of hardwood. And that's why they should not lift and shouldn't be a problem at all. This is a brace piece that's going to fit right in here. We're going to glue that in there in a few minutes. And I made another one which goes down here at the end, like that. All right, so let me just show you this jig that gave me this, because this has a radius on it, and the radius is 28 foot. No, you can't see it down there. You might see it here, except this is the radius, so it's not going to give me what I want to show you. This is the jig that I use. This jig is 4 1/8 inch wide. It's 2 solid pieces of Baltic birch plywood, and it's cut at 4 1/8 inch, and then it's 3 5/8 inches in width here. And I label this very carefully because it's really easy to get this mixed up and end up doing the wrong radius for the back or for the top. So I write the top on here and I write the back on here. So what happens is, if I unscrew this, you'll see what we've got here. There it is there. Now this piece in here is about 5 1/4 inches in length, and you can take this out with a dado set on your table saw. You can route it out with your router, and I suppose you could saw it down very carefully until you get this nice and flat. It's got to be flat. Now this is the curvature is the 18 inch. That's 18 foot radius for the back, and this is a 28 foot for the top. Now this piece goes in here and clamps the wood, But to hold the wood in place, as you can see, we have some sandpaper glued up on there. So we'll put this thing back in here like that. There's a Tnut that's gone through here, and this looks like we've got a, I don't know, I guess it's a 1/4 20. It feels like it's a 1/4 20. Okay, so now when I do this, on the back I have a piece of scrap of bracing, which I just put in there just so that this is going down flat, and it's not going to come down and be tilted one way or the other. So I want it nice and flat. And then I take this piece here. Now this has already been radius, but let's assume it hasn't, all right? So I then take this piece, I've got the center mark lined up on it, because I measure this from side to side. I then push this down. I then take the table saw. I've got the vacuum going. I turn on the table saw and I hold it with these two screws just to keep my hands away from the blade, and I just simply pass it through. Now, it's a straight run against the fence, which is flat on this side, so this goes up against the fence and it just runs right through. So when you take it out, it springs back and it gives you that 28-foot curve that you need there. So it doesn't matter the depth. You want to have it deeper than what you need, which is what I have here. As you can see, this here is above here and above here, because I'm going to be tapering this down with the plane and with the chisel and shaping all of this, and you'll see some of that coming up in another video. Now, if you're not sure if you've got this right, you remember we have this radius dish for putting on the sides on the top, and you'll see right now that I've already got a bit of a sanding mark on here, because I took this on the 28-foot side and I just ran it back and forth just to make sure I had it nice and smooth and it was 28 feet. And it is, and it is. So it's all good. On here, I love this. This worked out so well. My wife came down and I said, I can't believe how well this has gone. She said, don't say that, because something at that point could go wrong. Well, it didn't. It just fit right in there nice and perfect, and I'm really pleased with that. So it's going to look just spectacular, because we're going to do the same thing all around the edge of the top, and when we do the cutaway on here. And I'm thinking, I would be interested to know what you think of this idea, because I haven't done the fingerboard yet. I'm thinking of putting that shell up and along the bottom and up the other side of the fingerboard. What do you think about that idea? Is that too much glitter on the guitar? Is it overkill? I don't want to do that. I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for joining me. Don't forget to check out the links down below. And if you're happy with this, give me a thumbs up and subscribe. Yeah, subscribe. You know, it's down one of those sides down there. I don't know. I don't do this very well, but anyway, thanks, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.